Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your district.
Well, I'm Kelby Woodard from District 25B, and our district is a very unique district. We've got a lot of rural areas, a lot of small towns, and then one major town, Northfield. And my wife, Donna, and our 4 kids are from Belle Plaine, Minnesota. We live in a very, very old house in downtown Belle Plaine, so we're very happy to be from there. We've got one kid, our oldest son is at St. Thomas Academy. We've got one at Belle Plaine Junior High, and then our two youngest boys are at Our Lady of the Prairie Catholic School in Belle Plaine.
And what led you to run for state representative?
Well, I've always been very interested in politics, and the story is that we've got a group that gets together of gentlemen on Saturday mornings at Annie's Cafe in downtown Belle Plaine, and we love to talk politics. We love to talk about how we're going to change the world. And in January of this year, we had one of those breakfast sessions and decided at that point it was time for me to run. I was frustrated enough with the system and our representation that it was time for me to step up. And so now, 9 months later, here we are after a very good, close election as representing District 25B.
And if you could offer up the first bill of the session, what would it be?
Well, the first bill really has to do with the state budget. We have to fix that budget first. So that's going to be our primary focus, is on making sure that the state government lives within its means and that we provide a business-friendly environment, that we make sure that the regulations that we have are reasonable and fair to the business community. So we'll be addressing those 2 issues very first, right out of the chute.
When the end of session finally rolls around in May, what will determine whether or not you have been a successful legislator?
If we've managed the budget, if we're within budget, and we've addressed those issues and prioritized where we spend our money, and we have allowed that business community that I was just speaking of, I'm a small businessman myself, to prosper in this state and do what they do best, which is create jobs and opportunities, then we'll be successful. And that's a long-term process to make that happen, but it has to start now.
If you could sit down and have a conversation with anyone, living or deceased, who would it be and what would you talk about?
My absolute favorite founding father is Charles Carroll. He was a signer of the Declaration of Independence, and he was from Maryland. He went through all kinds of diversity in his life. He was actually very wealthy, so that wasn't one of them. But he was a Catholic in Maryland and was not allowed to vote or to run for office up until 2 years before he was elected to represent Maryland at the Continental Congress. So to me, he's a hero. He's a real good look at what our founding fathers believed and what they have given us and future generations. So I would love to have dinner with Charles Carroll. I've
reached the end of my questions. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about or that you would like to add?
Well, the only thing I would like to add is I'm really humbled and honored to have been selected by my constituents in District 25B to represent them, and I am looking forward to doing that. And believe it or not, I'm the first representative from Belle Plaine since 1938, so 72 years. Belle Plaine has had a dry spell without a representative, so I'm very proud to be representing that city in particular.
Well, thank you for sitting and talking with us.
Thank you.